Hello everyone and welcome to the video. So you're probably wondering, yes, the Chris Hansen documentary is garbage. Well, just the Chris Hansen parts, and I'll explain in bigger detail why. So, yes, this does not throw out the fact that Onision is a huge flaming pile of garbage. Yes, he is pretty bad. I'm not going to dispute that. No, I would not defend that in any way. He seems like he's done a lot of horrible things. I've been following even the situation back in actually 2011. I remember when I heard that whole, what's it called, when Shiloh was having a seizure and she was like having trauma. That was pretty bad, but there were so many lies in that documentary, particularly everything about Chris Hansen. Actually, the only lies were about everything regarding Chris Hansen, and it was like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, Chris, you're the one that basically did everything in this investigation. No one else did it. So let's go through our exhibits of evidence. So if we shall, and we will, go through everything. So one thing I want to point out that I think is actually hilarious that it says is, the following program includes dramatizations and exchanges that have been recreated based on true events. Well, we're being real here. Everything about Chris Hansen is a dramatization. So, and if it's satirical, then it's clearly satirical. But the way that it was presented was definitely not satirical, in my opinion. But that's just me. So let's look at some other stuff. No, Gmail, I don't need your help right now. But let's just take a look at some stuff. So one of the claims that was really funny was that Chris Hansen receives millions of views a day. Oh, and also that he got, what was it that he said? 100,000 subscribers overnight, right? So let's look at this, right? Oh, this looks really good. He joined October 8th, 2019. He has 20 million views. Oh, he's got 1 million. Okay, so he's not doing bad. Let's go to his social blade, because I'm really curious, Chris. Your social blade, though, honey. Let's go over here. Okay, so you got 2 million in November, and you got 98,000. Honey, that doesn't look like 100K overnight, so you might want to relook at those stats. Also, judging by your recent stats, you're not looking too good, bud. You're not looking too good. Nah, you're not looking too good. Let's go back. Oh, what's this? What's this? Barely cracking 10,000 views a day. Oof. Oof. So another funny thing I wanted to point out is, oh yeah, you block pretty much everyone that criticizes you. Let's get that out of the way. Oh, and how, what was it, Vincent Nicotra? You couldn't even bother. Oh, and who's this? Repsion, right? Was Repsion? Wait. So let me get this straight, Chris. You joined in 2019. You're the one that started the first negative wave, right? Right? What's this? Okay. 2011. Okay. Should I spell it out for you? 2011, 2019. 2011, 2019. Wait, guys. One more time. 2011, 2019. You know, if I squint really hard enough, 2019 looks like 2000. No, Chris, I'm sorry. This was the first negative wave video. It was by Repsion. It wasn't by you. What do you think? You were the one that covered it? You were the one that started the negative wave? Yeah, right. Yeah, Chris, let's also talk about your nanovapor biotech. How this didn't age well. Chris, I hate to say it, buddy, but, you know, you promoting a fake cure was pretty bad, so, sorry. This aged like fine wine indeed, and I have to agree. So, what did Chris Hansen reply with? He replied with, creators themselves may or may not twice. This is hardly, how does this answer works well enough for the drama? What? You don't even bother to explain how you promoted this fake COVID-19 killer in the whole thing. No, you don't. What the hell, Chris? What the heck? No. So, I guess Chris Hansen doesn't want Vinny Boy here. Yeah, he doesn't, because he has him freaking... No. Oh, do you see this? Oh, I think I do. You don't want him to be seen, right? Yeah, dramatizations, exchanges. Yeah, it seems like that whole Chris Hansen part is a dramatization, if you ask me. So, what do I basically think? So this is not a really bad documentary overall. It's very well presented. But it seems like every part that Chris Hansen comes on, he's just trying to sell you another lie after another lie. And it's like, Chris Hansen is the one that brought it to us. No, he didn't. That's a lie. Another thing I do want to point out is Edwin Costas in this. And he does a pretty decent job. I mean, he doesn't really say a whole lot. I take what he says 100% as truth when he talked forward about his experiences with the documentary. And if he came on record and he went in that documentary saying everything about Chris Hansen, which actually bashes Chris Hansen, which thank you, Edwin, for doing that. Yeah, I fully and 100% stand by Edwin Costa for coming forward and saying everything about Chris Hansen. Because let's be honest here, Chris Hansen is basically lying out of his rear about every single thing in this entire documentary in terms of his experiences with Onision. And it's funny because when he explains everything, I'm just like, can someone else talk about the Onision story? I mean, Shiloh, fine, even though Shiloh's a bit of a nutjob currently. Like, I'm not trying to disregard her experiences. Her experiences with Onision were terrible, but if we're gonna be real here, it's like, girl, you gotta act better in public. You can't pretend like you weren't on the documentary when you were. That just didn't make any sense. I was like looking at her Twitter and I was like, I should have pulled it up, but yeah, you could just go to her Twitter and she's apparently saying that she wasn't in the doc. Like, we saw you, like, actually she got more screen time than Chris, thank God. Like, and then his Onision's father got more screen time. What did I think they could have done better? Well, basically pull every single part about Chris Hansen out of this, and I'd probably give the documentary a 9 or even a 10 out of 10. But overall, I'd give it, like, if I'm being generous, I'd say it's a 6. And if I'm being really honest, I agree with Nicholas DiOrio. I think it's more like a 4. It seemed like every part that had Chris Hansen, I really wanted to enjoy this documentary because it was exposing someone who had treated people really terribly for long periods of time, and I think that's very important. But on the other hand, you can't help but feel like someone who's very desperate to pay off all of his debts is desperate to get money back. So, and that's Chris Hansen in a nutshell. I think another thing that's also very funny is how Onision pointed out that Chris Hansen went for a younger woman. Because actually it's true, because Kristen Cattle. So let me just go look them up and pull up the screen really quickly. Kristen Cattle. Yep. So she had an affair. Let's just pull this up on the screen so everyone can see, right? So Kristen Cattle, ex-mistress of To Catch a Predator. So you remember this woman, Chris? You ruined her life? Yeah, you did. Apparently you ruined her life and you got fired for having an affair. Oh. You got fired from NBC, huh, Chris? Trying to sweep the rug of that. Let's go to news real quickly. So, yeah, former mistress peeks out. I've been kicked to the curb. Yeah, pretty much. I'm sorry, girl. Letter to the cheater. The untold story. So basically everyone's just exposing you for the piece of garbage that you are, Chris Hansen. You're a piece of garbage, dude. So yeah, closing thoughts. If you can basically get through the Chris Hansen parts, and luckily they don't start with Chris Hansen. I want to say maybe the first part of Chris Hansen is maybe the 10 or 15 minute mark, and they keep his parts relatively brief. Relatively. But every time he comes on screen, I'm just like, oh my god, this guy has no place in being here, because he didn't really serve as anything other than just a guy that's desperate for his next meal on his table. That's the reality of it. So yeah, the Chris Hansen Onision Documentary is garbage. Well, just the Chris Hansen parts. But if you take the Chris Hansen out of the Onision Documentary, I think you do have a serviceable product, and it's actually pretty good. So, do I recommend watching it? Well, if you could skip through the Chris Hansen parts, yes, watch it completely, because it's actually not too bad. But I don't know if I would necessarily buy Discovery Plus. Luckily, there is a free trial, so you can try it out without paying. So, I want to thank you all guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about this Onision documentary. Did you think that the Chris Hansen parts were trash? Did you think it was actually really good? Apparently Repsion gave it a 10 out of 10. I think that's way too generous, because every time Chris Hansen came on screen, I wanted to, like, knock it off a point. So I guess if that was 6 times on screen, then that would actually be a 4 out of 10. Because every time Chris Hansen came on screen, I was just like, no, 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 no. So, but anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.